It's currently 3 o'clock on Sunday, and I thought this would be the perfect time to do a high-level overview of our startup and what we're building. I don't want there to be any type of misunderstanding on what building in public actually means. So in my day job, I write enterprise-level software. It's my life. I deal with it literally every single day. But for the startup, I'm doing something a little bit different, and I want to explain why. I'm deliberately breaking those rules. But I'm not a vibe coder just, hacking things together. I'm an actual engineer, and I'm doing a calculated trade-off. Let's map out the ecosystem, because there are currently two systems that are in place here. Engine 1 is Tenrooms Management OS, which is one that you'd be familiar with at this point, right? It's already built, and we went with a solution-first approach, which is not the ideal thing to do here, but it is what it is. This is what's happened because we had to build it for the accelerator program at work. The point is, it's quite heavy, it's quite big, and it's out there. And right now, the phase that we're in, and the phase that we're going to be in for a while actually, is the distribution phase. We want to distribute to as many people as we possibly can. And one of the key things that we're looking at right now, at least in the early stages with some of the beta users, is stability focus. We want to get the platform stable enough so that we can take a bit of a hands-off approach where everything is just seamless and they're not like any weird issues that are happening every 5 minutes or so. So that's where we are with that. And then there is Engine 2, which is Tenrooms Agent OS. And what this is for is the agent side of the platform, right? And this is currently in validation mode. The right thing to do, the right way to build a product or a startup or whatever, is you validate the idea as quick as possible and you build from there, right? We're not going to spend too much time like developing an entire thing without getting the information that we need from the people that we need it from. So as you can see here, it's in validation mode. The MVP I built in 3 weeks. There's no busy work, there's no landing page, there's no fancy weird things going on, there's nothing crazy, right? And the approach here is pretty simple, right? We build, we measure, we learn, and we continue in the cycle, iteratively making the product a little bit better each time. And so essentially, this is what the platform in this ecosystem is looking like right now. We've got the management OS, we've got the agent OS, and there'll be more to come. And again, just to kind of show you that we're taking the right approach with this platform in terms of prioritizing only what's important and completing that one vertical slice, which is just one unit of work that can provide value to someone if you give it to them right now. This is where I'm forcing myself to be as disciplined as possible. I know, like, as engineers, we always have this thing of trying to do some busy work, like building out your landing page or some cool, small, niche new feature, but it's really just wasting time. I'm refusing to do that for this. I'm going to show you the landing page for this agent platform right now. It literally just says, hello. That's it. And I'm actually proud of that because it shows me that I'm focusing on the right thing. A landing page doesn't solve the problem. The problem is validation. I'm going to use this platform as is with this landing page and walk into agencies in town around Polokwane and try and get an agency that I can partner with to pilot this platform out. Literally as is. It's going to be insane. I'm doing this because I'm building a vertical slice. One product, one feature that works fine and can solve a problem for the client. That's it. Nothing else. If I spent this time building out a marketing site, it would just be vanity. I want to solve one problem. I don't care about the landing page, and to be honest, no one does. At least not for what I'm trying to do here. I also saw a comment on one of my posts where someone was concerned about the tech stack that we're using for this. From my perspective, I saw it as them saying, oh, this can't really work. You need enterprise level software to build something this big out. And look, as I said, I get that. I'm an engineer. I work with that every single day. But I want to take a moment to maybe just show you a different perspective on that. In my opinion, choosing to do that now would be negligent, right? Like, I don't have a scale problem. I don't have a problem where I have 100,000 users concurrently using the system and I need it to be as quick as possible. I genuinely don't. That would be a nice problem to have. And if I ever have that problem, I will gladly sit down all week in a dark room with a Red Bull and rewrite the entire code base. I don't mind. Right now, my problem isn't scale, it's obscurity. That's what I'm solving for. I need to be as quick as I possibly can be in my development to get this out into as many people as I possibly can. It's a different problem from having a scale issue. A scale problem is a nice problem, but it's just not a problem that I have right now. Another thing to think about this is good software isn't static, right? It's dynamic, it changes. Good architecture is dynamic, it changes. I say that with a bit of a caveat, right? Like, moving fast doesn't mean you have to move messy. As I mentioned, I'm not a vibe coder, right? I spent this past week setting up what you'd call the plumbing for Tenrooms. So I started playing around with Sentry. I've always seen their ads on YouTube, but I never actually used them. So this is going to be my first time trying them out. And I used them because I wanted to get the error monitoring and the replay sessions. I know post hoc does the same, and so this time I want to try out Sentry. If I don't like it, I'll just switch to post hoc. I also wired up everything to our task board, so whenever there's like any critical issues, I will get them before anything. I don't want people to have to like email and say, hey, I got a bug, or try and contact us before I see them. If I get any type of like critical error, it will notify me and I can have a look, which is great because it also does that whenever like there's any type of user query that it fills up our board, so any one of us can like take a look and assign to themselves and handle that, which will help us in terms of speed. For me, this is system design without the bloat. We want to be as efficient as possible. We're a very lean and small team, so if we can streamline our operations to basically run themselves, that would save us so much time. So basically, just to sum up everything, Tenrooms, the management portion, is currently in distribution mode. That's why we've been trying to get people on our waitlist. That's why we've been saying we're going to roll out the beta to batches of users probably every week. And we're just trying to grow the platform and the ecosystem by bringing on as many people as possible that can use it and actually derive value from it. We know like the product is at a stage where it can't cater for everyone's needs, but it can get there. We have what we call an MVP and an MEP, right? An MVP would be the minimum viable product. So it works, completes a vertical slice. You can do something there, great. But then we also have, as I said, an MEP, a minimum evolvable product. So this product can evolve as time goes on. And that's what we're looking at doing. And when it comes to the agent side, that is currently in validation. We're doing it how we're supposed to do it always. We're doing it how we should have done the first platform, the first time around, by validating first. Knowing what to prioritize and what not to prioritize will save us so much time as soon as we can get people to use the platform and say this works, this doesn't work. It's so valuable and so critical in building something that finds product market fit as soon as possible. But yeah, that's my rambling for today. Next week, I will get into more of my personal alignment in building this and, you know, my career path, making my ascent to senior, or at least the roadmap to that, as well as just how I'm juggling everything that's happening all at once. I've had some personal projects on the side that I've been working on for some clients, which I don't really do anymore, but I have done a few, which I'll probably try and share as well. And if you are interested in reading a little bit more about the mindset of someone like me who is insane, check out my newsletter, and I will catch you next week.